Yes, family. Hey, hold on a second. They coming. They here rolling back my sleeves. But check it out now, right? Yeah, wow. Greetings in the name of His and Her Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I, Empress Rosera Menin. Yes, family. One perfect balance. Yeah, though. Choo. Yeah, we in the building, family. We in the building. We got a full pack night. I ain't going front. Welcome again, like I said, politically incorrect, where we get it correct. Yeah. You're going to definitely need some pen and paper tonight. We're going to have to hit the ground running, so we ain't going to even waste no time. So, family, yeah. So, go and tell a friend, and the early. Wait, this what I think it is? Okay. All right. I see a message. Go tell a friend, and tell a friend, politically incorrect. We live, we up, and we running. Right now, it's your final boarding call. Go tell a friend, and tell a friend. Politically incorrect. We in the building. I see you, family. Oh man. You know what? I really wanted to play this particular song and jump off, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna play this one instead. I feel compelled to do so, man. I feel very compelled to do so. So that's how we're gonna do this. Wait a second. Let me just pull this from the top. But go tell a friend and tell a friend. We have a really full night. I'm going to touch on a few things just to give you a heads up. Yes, we're going to touch on GIS, update on that whole situation. Also, yeah, well, the digital ID is getting rolled out in Barbados. We're going to discuss that because, this is definitely a new Barbados. And if you have not noticed it yet, there's some plans that are going on and people going on. A lot of people not really aware. Truth is, a lot of people don't really care. So this message for those who care, those who interested, and those who curious to get an idea and an update as to what really happening and where we at in this whole scheme of things. Consider this your, the war report, the update. Yeah, well, tell a friend and tell a friend. We have a lot of information to drop tonight. You do not want to miss this. Plus, a scam that was initiated by our prime servant. Not sure if y'all know about that, but you don't want to miss that video. Tell a friend, politically incorrect in the building. Yes, Jah is worthy to be praised. Just want to give thanks and praise in the early out, man. Who is he?
The King of Kings is the conquering lion. King Haile Selassie first. All praises be to His Majesty.
Tell a friend and tell a friend, family.
King Haile Selassie first.
Rastaman chant.
Counselor is the Prince of Peace.
Rastaman chant.
King Haile Selassie first. The Rastaman chant. Him still chant. His own divine majesty still live on.
Yes, family.
They tell you be meek and joy will come in the morn. In a army, a chief in the command.
Yes, family. Tell a friend, tell a friend.
And beneath the earth was worthy. Rastafari governed Arar from the age of 13. Then crowned him King of Kings in 1930. 72 nation witnessed this energy. And who is he who sits up in Mount Zion?
Yes.
King Haile Selassie first. The King of Kings, he is the conquering lion. Yeah.
King Haile Selassie first.
All praises be to His Majesty. King Haile Selassie first. A wonderful counselor is the
Prince of Peace.
Yes. King Haile Selassie first. Great, purest one. Garment sits in blood. God in the flesh this year. One the silver across the flood. There will be no soul. The throne could not be touched.
Regina,
greater David, greater Sunshine of Solomon. Queen Omega at his side. True divinity. Man, woman, and child. Power of the Trinity. Emperor Selassie I could never die. Yeah. Who is he who sits up in Mount Zion?
Who sits in Mount Zion, family? Who sits in Mount Zion?
The King
Mount
of
Zion
Kings
is the
is
home, family. Consciousness.
All praises be His own divine majesty. King Haile Selassie first. The wonderful counselor is the Prince of Peace. King Haile Selassie first.
Yes, family.
It's a long road.
It's a long road, family. We gotta walk this walk.
Not take the wrong road. It's been a long way. But all I know is one way.
All we know is one way, family.
Haile Selassie. He's the ancient monarchy. Call him Haile Selassie. A protector of the universe and humanity. Who is he? Who sits up in Mount Zion? King Haile Selassie first. The King of Kings, he is the conquering lion.
Yes, family, give thanks and praise.
All praises be to
all the folks on YouTube, all the folks on my personal page, as well as the community and direct page.
Counselor is the Prince of Peace. King Haile Selassie first.
Yes, family.
Oh, Rastafari is our King of Kings.
Go let us tune here, vice.
So yes, it is in the high mountains of Zion, Lord of the gates of Zion, more than all the dwellings of Jacob. Glorious things are spoken of the city of the Most High Emperor Haile Selassie the first. They will make mention of Babylon to them that know I and I. Yeah!
Rastafari. Yes, family. Big tune, yeah. One of my personals right there, yeah. For real. One of my personals, man. To give thanks and praise to the Most High each and every time. Yes, family. Sometimes people inbox me, man, why you just don't skip the tune, man? Just get right in the thing, man. Man, this ain't one of regular YouTube podcast, whatever. This is the Rastafari vibration. You see what I say? So that's just how it is, you know. You know what I mean? So yeah, you know, you could always fast forward if it suits yourself. But the information is relevant, so don't get tied up in it. So family, like I said, there's a lot to share, and I mean, we're gonna hit the ground running. So I hope y'all ready for this, man. Hope y'all ready for this, because this is what we're talking about. First, let's go back here a little bit. I sincerely trust and pray that, you know, throughout the Saturday and the Sunday, the weekend, you know, one's had a upful and joyful time, considering all that was going on. There was a lot of energy being released this weekend for a number of reasons. You know, some people said outside seemed a little warmer, but we don't understand energy, you know, and so, you know, there's reasons why outside seeming warmer and warmer. Not because it's, you know, this is summer coming up. It's a different kind of heat. But it's our time, family. So the weak suffer what they must. As life goes. I just going to jump right into this, man. I can't even like put this in words. I think it's best to start at the beginning. You know, this is a few months ago. But did y'all notice, just for the record, let me ask this question first. Did anybody notice, right, the actual flag? Let me close that. That's definitely not the one I wanted. Not the one I wanted. Yeah, there you go. Did anybody notice the flag that, or the image that was up on the broadcast tonight in terms of what came out as the notification? Did anybody notice the flag that came upon the notification? Or nobody ain't paying attention? You know, it's in the details, family. It's in the details. Did anybody notice the flag? Alex, where you at, family? I see you, Sammy. Jack Cullen. Good night to you too, Miss Too Sweet. Good dear. Did anybody notice the flag? Is just the question. Did anybody notice the flag? Anybody? Come on, man. I need some feed forward. Let me see what's going on out here in Cyborg space. What's going on in Cyborg space? I ain't seeing the links. What's going on? Oh, wait a minute. I see what happened. Yeah. I see what happened here. Family, I'm in the dark here a bit. Give me some feed forward. If you're watching, if you're on Facebook, you're on YouTube, put a comment in the chat. Yeah, real quick. Yeah. Yeah, put a comment in the chat somewhere. Put some feed for. Write a comment. The logo here. All right, all right. Now give me some feed forward, family. I'm seeing some different things happening here that really shouldn't be happening. This is on my separate monitor on the side. Yeah, it ain't looking right. It ain't looking right. Talk to me, family. We here, so all right. We're part YouTube. Anybody YouTube, drop a comment. Drop a comment. Just anything, say good night, something. The flag, comment on the flag. What you see about this flag? What you notice about this flag? Let's get a little closer. What you notice about this flag, family? I can hear you. Okay. Yeah, this is interesting. Yeah, this like I said, if you're on YouTube, if you're on the politically incorrect page or my Facebook page, drop a comment. It's important that you do so. It's critically important that you do so with a matter of urgency. Because I'm trying to do it where I can show you exactly what's happening. I mean, I'm working on it here so you can see for yourself. So y'all don't think I'd be making this up, man. Because you can't make this stuff up. As a matter of fact, you can't make this stuff up. You can't. You just can't make this up. This stuff is real. This is happening in real. Queen Libus Crest. All right, hearing you clearly. All right, and comments coming through. All right, well, let me just put it this way. I'm logged into my Facebook Live as well online, right? And I'm logged on to this tablet here on the side that I usually use so I can see what's going on as someone viewing it, as opposed to in this virtual studio that kind of has its limitations. So I can always still double check and I kind of see what you see. But what this is showing me here, and I've just reset it to see if it was a glitch in the matrix, which I know it was a glitch in the matrix, but nevertheless, it wasn't a glitch, it was a hitch. It wasn't a glitch, it was a hitch. We got to get these terms right, because there's such a thing as a hitch as well, because some things are deliberately done. Bridgestone has fallen. Just wondering if there is a new flag in the works. Now, look, the brother said it in a way. This flag, first of all, flag's not, first of all, you can research it. A flag is supposed to touch the ground. That's almost like a court martial. You get charged for that kind of stuff. Flags are not supposed to touch the ground. Unless they're, yeah, see? It changed. It changed. Yeah. I'm watching y'all too. Don't worry. They watching here. Listen, between me and you, right? They watching. I know catch them. Oh, man. It's crazy. You can't make this stuff up. Yeah, y'all going to be vexed tonight. I can tell you that. Yeah, look, your flag on the ground, though. But watch this here carefully, family. I want y'all to look at this very, very carefully. This is a flag. This is the night of what they call the Republic. The night of the Republic. And a few things happen on that night. I want to share another image with you. I don't think I can switch from this one to that one. But first, let me deal with this one then. Let me deal with this one, then I'll go to the next one. So we noticed this flag. So yes, Alex, you said there's no gold fringe. Well, actually, there's a gold and blue, or what appears to be gold or silver and blue. I suspect it's probably more gold than silver. But nevertheless, you can see for yourself that this flag, by the way, with the crescent of the Barbados regiment, you got to pay attention to that. This is the regiment. On the top of the flag is the regiment star, which is also known as Star David, with the the hand and the two what appears to be, well, I don't know if it's weapons or cane sticks, but anyhow. But notice that this flag with the fringe is fallen. The regiment. Okay. All right. I want to show you all something else that may be a bit puzzling. And this is going to explain everything in a second. How do you switch? I don't think I can switch. So I'm just going to have to go ahead and just pick a different one. This is the one I want to pick. Okay, here we go. Yes, do y'all remember this image? Now we have this image is just so crazy, it's not even funny. Now you ask yourself, yo, Emmanuel, why you bring this up now? But Republic happened way back, and you ain't any, you ain't what? So why you connect the dots, family? Nothing before it's time. Check this out. So in this image we have here, a number of things going on. Not to mention that the different platforms around the area, but this particular platform is blue. Now, why blue? Why not red? Why not green? Why blue? Well, for those who may not know, notice the two officers are both taking a knee. And they're taking a knee on what appears to be some sort of regular cushion, what they call in Barbados a poof. A poof. Call it poof. But notice something else. Even the poof doesn't have yellow fabric, which represents Barbados colors in terms of the flag that we know. It has a gold fringe. It has a fringe. This is a fringe, family. This is not yellow fabric. This is a fringe. So it's really a blue. It's an all blue cushion, poof, whatever, bridge, really, from the land on the ground to the sea, which is the blue platform representing the sea. And the reason why this is blue represent the sea, even if the people who did it don't know why it was done, the people who organized this whole thing know why they chose that. This sea represents maritime. Why maritime? Because the flag has a fringe on it, and the fringe represents infringement. It doesn't represent a design or a decoration or a parade. It doesn't mean parade. The fringe doesn't mean parade. It means that it's a fringe, and a fringe is short for infringement. What is infringement? That's your homework. Not doing everything tonight. We got a lot of stuff to share. You got to keep up tonight. Write that down. What does infringement mean? Write that down. Write that down. Write that down. Somebody could put it in the comments if they feel free. Go Google it really quick. Write that down. But notice these men are not standing or touching the maritime platform, the sea. They're on the land, but their knee is on the bridge that brings you across the maritime. So the flag is being, well, as you can see, it's accepted that you have submitted to this authority and both the Coast Guard. This flag here represents the Coast Guard. This one with the red cross, the white flag with the red cross is Columbus. We know this. This is Europe. We know this. This is not us. This is them. The fact that they have this Barbados flag, or what appears to be Barbados, in the corner the corner left top, indicates that this is the corporation that's now a part of this whole European movement. So they have captured that in their red cross. So Barbados is captured. That's what that represents. Notice it has a fringe as well, because it's all infringement. It's all maritime law. It's all the law of the sea. Maritime is the law of the sea. That's what that really represents, the law of the sea. So that's what that is all about. Well, wait a minute. What I got to do with anything, Rastaman? Well, that's like old news. Well, a lot of people talk with the Constitution and Barbados rules and rights and this stuff. Listen, that ain't got nothing to do with you. Nothing. Nothing. And I mean nothing. Why? Because you're property equivalent to the goods on the shelf in the supermarket. You do not make policy. The bylaws of the supermarket has no impact on you. You don't get to call them. It may seem that way because they come through, restock your shelves, polish you, put the dust off, put a new price, and you feel like you're a part of the whole thing, but you're a goods and a commodity. That's it. That's it. So what is this? Where you going with this? Well, let me go there then. Let me go there. So infringement, look that up. It's raining, confirmation of what you're saying. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Symbols always deep during these ceremonies. Maritime. ISIS, I see you on the job. This is the new Barbados flag. Welcome to the new Barbados. Family, look here, man. Let me just drop this stuff. Look that up, infringement. Let me start with this video now. Just the one? Nope. Here we go. Pay attention to this, family. Pay attention, pay attention, and listen carefully. If you can hear this clearly, if the audio is clean, let me know. Give me some feed forward. Mic check, mic check. Let me just drop this real quick.
Simply what happened is that Prime Minister Motley messaged me on Friday, or no, she called me, and she said, you're going to get a message from the Secretary General of the UN that the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation have said that they want to assist 3 countries, that they are setting aside $15 million to help 3 of the countries that have been hit hardest by COVID. And as chairman of CARICOM, that they are going to contact me. I was contacted using the Secretary General Gutierrez number, WhatsApp.
Okay, wait a minute.
And,
wait a minute. He said he was contacted by the Secretary General of the UN. Now hold on. Did y'all miss that first statement he made? Did y'all catch the first statement? Let me answer the question again because I don't believe this. Let me check the comments. Hold on. Anybody even mention it? Did y'all miss his first statement? What he first said? I'm gonna play the game from the top. You gotta listen to him very carefully to what he just said. Listen very carefully. Listen to who called him. Listen to who called him about this. All right? Listen carefully.
Simply what happened is that Prime Minister Motley messaged me on Friday, or no, she called me, and she said, you're going to get a message from the Secretary General of the UN that the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation have said that they want to assist 3 countries, that they are setting aside $15 million to help 3 of the countries that have been hit hardest by COVID. And as chairman of CARICOM, that they are going to contact me. I was contacted using the Secretary General Gutierrez number, WhatsApp. And the message, I said, let's do WhatsApp because this is encrypted. And so they messaged me and said they want these 3 countries. I contacted the Secretary General and I contacted a few other people. And then it was agreed that St. Lucia, Bahamas, and Trinidad and Tobago will be the 3 countries that we're going to.
Okay.
They asked for the numbers, we provided them the numbers. It is only when they contacted the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, and then he became suspicious immediately. Well, I had no real communication as to what kind of money they want to give. And as soon as he was back and forth realizing that these people are kind of not really identifying themselves, it's the WhatsApp of the Secretary General, he became a bit suspicious. And then when he messaged me, and then I said, you know what? I said, I did not speak to the person, they were just messaging. I said, I think that's a scam. I immediately said, I think that's a scam. And what convinced him that it was a scam when you were asking him, well, for us to be able to send this money for you, you need to make a deposit in a company, in a bank in China. I mean, those are all the red flags, and that's when we said
a bank in China.
And so that's it. That's him.
Someone purported to be the Secretary General.
Yes, apparently it seems that they captured his WhatsApp. And I think that has happened to people here in Belize when say, hey, you at a polo, send me this code that they give you, that kind of thing. So they captured his it seems that they've captured his WhatsApp.
All right.
Simply what happened.
All right.
Is that Prime Minister Motley messaged me on Friday, or no, she called me.
Okay. Ms. Motley called me. By the way, this is the Prime Minister of Belize. If y'all didn't know, you could probably Google him a little bit. Check him out. This is the Prime Minister. Oh, by the way, I love the flag in the background. If y'all ain't paying attention with the laurel leaves and the indigenous people who look like us and not look like Arawaks and Caribs, these pale looking people with straight. Anyhow, another conversation, but peep the flag. But my point is, our prime servant called this man, giving him the heads up that somebody gonna call you about some funds from Melinda Gates and Bill, whoever the 2 of these cats are, and they're gonna donate some money, about 15 million or whatever. So, go ahead and deal with that. I give you the heads up. But this brother right here, he's sharp. They roped in a few other islands. You got to deposit, in order to get this money from the Gates Foundation, you got to deposit X amount of money in this Chinese account, and then we'll send you the money. Why would our prime oh, by the way, so he said that some red flags started to come up. They did some investigation. Come to find out, it is indeed a scam. It was a scam to defraud a country out of the money of its citizens, not the government. Government doesn't own any money. Government doesn't have any money. The money belongs to taxpayers. All of it belongs to us. So he peeped it and called it on it. Even Rowley in Trinidad was almost duped by it. I had to come and apologize to the people afterwards and say, whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, I know I promised you all some money, but this thing was a scam. So nah, that ain't how it went down. So be it. But our prime monster did, our prime servant did not say that it was a scam. Our prime servant did say, listen, look, it sounds as if she went, well, hold up. If she's telling him, listen, they're going to call, go ahead and do this thing. But that don't sound like she did it. I've just said money, unless it's her scam. I don't know. Yo, family, wait, hold on a minute, man. You can't make this stuff up. You cannot make this stuff up. You cannot make this stuff up. She told that someone's going to contact him from the UN. I mean, the man is on here saying it plain as day. This is the Prime Minister of Belize. This is not one of my guests on Politically Incorrect that you might claim is a conspiracy theorist and that, you know, this is one of them. He is one of them. And he said it.
Simply what happened is that Prime Minister Motley messaged me on Friday. Or no, she called me.
She called
and
him.
She said, you're going to get a message from the Secretary General of the UN that the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation have said that they want to assist 3 countries, that they are setting aside $15 million to help 3 of the countries that have been hit hardest by COVID. Okay.
So she's now apparently a spokesperson for the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation via the UN, because he said she called me, she hit me up on the phone, right, and holler at me, and she said, look, man, got some folks gonna give you a call. Expect a call from the Secretary General from the UN. Expect a message from him about $15 million coming your way. 15 million US, that's 30 million Barbados coming your way, just to kind of help out a little bit with some things that going on. Wow. But then he said later on, it's a scam. I'm gonna post this video on the Politically Incorrect page if you want to see it again, and share it with your friends. Yeah, Rowley said he all collected millions before, but he also apologized about this particular one because he came back and said it was a scam. You can look that up. But the thing I want to get at is Mia call him. You got to put the money in a bank in China. The government has to deposit money into a bank in China, and then you have access to the paper. You see what I'm saying, family? You gotta go through China, put some money in the Chinese account, and then we gonna send you the 15 million via that account. I wonder how much money you had to deposit in that account, though, of taxpayers' money. Look at the scam, family. Imagine they hit 3 countries. That you could pledge maybe, I don't even know, it might be millions for all we know, family. We don't even have a clue. In order to secure it, you got to make a deposit in this account, and we'll know it's from you, and then we'll send it to you accordingly. Madness. But the Rasta man still can't smoke a spliff in peace. So that's just one of the things I wanted to answer y'all a question about. Y'all aware of this? You can't make this stuff up. You cannot make this stuff up. You cannot. This is nothing that you can make up, family. This is a whole different level of trickery. I mean, corruption is not even the word. Corruption, we all understand. We could accept corruption because we've been accepting corruption. That's almost like a norm when you come to government. This right here, oh man. But the thing is, like I said, he is one of them. This is the Prime Minister of Belize. This is not somebody that, is vexed with the system. He said, nah, this is a scam. So I wonder how he looked at the prime servant of Barbados and the head of CARICOM at the time. I wonder how he looked at her like, you see you? I need to get this man a holler. Yeah, I'm going to need to call him. Hopefully he don't catch a Johnny Trude or nothing like that. I'm going to give him a call. See what else he know about our prime servant. We could share this information with the white of Barbados. But moving on, family, don't feel no way. So what does that have to do with the flag, Republic, Maritime, and China? China, of all places, right? What does that have to do with it? Well, let me get right to it. Next clip, please. Yeah, roll the next one. Yeah. While you were sleeping, family, while you were sleeping.
Trading ID card is going to give persons two components and two systems.
Hold on. Let me pause this a minute here. This is the, hold on, let me get it right. This right here is the launch by the government of Barbados for the new digital ID cards, right? Because the ones you have right now simply don't serve two purposes. Let me put it in perspective. This is the launch of the new digital ID cards because the one you currently have, which you've been have, does not serve two, and I repeat, two purposes. It only serves one, but we need a card that can serve two purposes. Now, why is that? Well, here are the benefits of the new national Trident ID card. Trident.
So the National Trident ID card is going to give persons two components and two systems all in one. One is going to serve as your form of ID that can be used to authenticate who you are.
Okay.
If you're going into a financial institution, if you're going into any place of business and you need to produce ID to say that I am Davidson Ishmael, this card will be used as it normally is now.
Yeah, fair enough.
Authenticate your
fair
identity. The second and more exciting part of it is that we're now adding to this a digital component. The digital component is going to allow us to be able to use our card now as a tool for commerce.
A tool.
So it will allow you to be able to utilize the card online, access mobile services, digital services, be able to do to make purchases, etc., through your digital ID card.
ID.
And of course, when it comes to accessing government services, whether it be national insurance,
wow, money,
or any of those types of benefits that come from government, come from the state to the citizen, those cards can be used to access those services as well.
Wow.
So we're very excited because this new card opens up a whole new world of potential and opportunity.
Whole new world
for citizens in Barbados. So that's what it is in a nutshell.
Wow, wait a minute, hold on. Let's go back there a minute. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm a little slow. What was that you said about
going to allow us to be able to use our card now as a tool for commerce?
A tool for commerce. Man, look, man, sometimes I just wonder, right? Like, if I did really pay more attention in school, where would it be right now for real? Shit. This is too easy. Wait, hold on a second. This is a tool for commerce. You ever heard of, look, write this one down to UCC. Man, look, I ain't gonna write it. Look at right here. Look, see? People, look, I give thanks to my family here. Y'all be on the same page, man. Listen to me carefully, family. Go write this down. Write that down. UCC. What does UCC stands for? Can somebody please post it in the chat? What does UCC stands for? And where is UCC used? Please, come on. This is not one of those nights where y'all sit back and listen to Emmanuel. Again, look, man, this thing, look, family, this thing getting out of hand. It's getting out of hand. I mean, I come on here. Y'all know Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we drop the science, we drop the knowledge, we share, we laugh, we even cry together. Although y'all don't see me crying, I be feeling it. But the reality is, man, you know, this is where we at. This is where we at. If we ain't paying attention, Each one, teach one, reach one. So I'm doing my part. Come on, do it. Let me see. Universal Commercial Code. That's what UCC stands for. If you have never heard of that before, go look into that. If you have never heard that, go look it up. You'll see the connection between the UCC. You'll see the connection between these China scams and this UN Bill Gates foolishness. All that is just, you know, more ways to defraud the people. But more importantly, connected with the maritime law. Listen to that word. Go look up maritime law. Go look that up. Look up infringement. Okay, and look up UCC, the Universal Commercial Code. It deals with what? Commerce. It's rules that govern commerce. So wait a minute. They're taking your ID card, which, by the way, your ID card is your plantation card. It's your plan. It identifies you as a minor, an individual or entity who is legally dead. That's what that means. That's why the name is in all capital letters. So although you have it, and when the police stop you and ask you, you have ID, and you pull out that ID, it tells him that you cannot verify who you are as self. You need a piece of paper to tell him who you are, although you're standing right there. He doesn't take what you say. He writes what's on the card. Man, don't even start me. That's why I never got it when they stopped me. Nah, I ain't got it on me. My name is so-and-so, so-and-so, and this is where I live. Full stop. I identify myself. Yeah. Let me phrase it. I identify my person, my persona. I am the sole beneficiary of such. So no, you don't need no plantation card to know who I am. I'm telling you who I am. Word is born. All right, family. So UCC. So listen to what else he says, though. This is the other critical part that's even more important. Listen carefully. Let me see if I can go back here a bit. Listen carefully, family.
A tool for commerce. So it will allow you to be able to utilize the card online, access mobile services, digital services, be able to do to make purchases.
So you're going to be able to use your card online to make purchases. Well, that's what the credit card is for, not true? Is that not what the credit card is for? But yet, they don't say this is a credit card, it's an ID. But if it's an ID that you can use online and make a purchase, it would have to have a monetary value attached to it. Well, how are they going to do that? How they plan to do that? Listen.
Etc. through your digital ID card, and of course, when it comes to accessing government services, whether it be national insurance benefits or any of those types of benefits that come from government, come from the state to the citizen, those cards can be used to access those services as well. So we're very excited because this new card opens up a whole new world of potential and opportunity to the average citizen in Barbados. So that's what it is in a nutshell.
Yeah, that's what it is in a nutshell. Don't mind yourself with all details. He doesn't tell you how they're going to do that. How they're going to turn this card into a credit card. They don't, well, a card that you could, it has to be a credit card because it has a monetary value. It doesn't tell you how they're going to do that. You just need to know that anything that the government provides for you, services, your pension check, your NSI, your whatever government plan to give up this stipend or whatever they claim. I don't know. I don't get me caught up on that either. But the point is, or maybe they're going to connect this card then with your bank account. Now, let me ask you a question. When I first started posting this stuff over a decade ago on my regular Facebook page about the microchip and stuff, when I brought it back up on this platform about a year ago about the digital IDs and stuff in your hand and stuff, when I brought it back up again a few months ago, anybody do homework and take this thing serious? Okay, here we are now that they're literally telling you that this is what's coming. Digital ID is also going to work and double as a card for commerce, for purchasing and making transactions online. Well, of course, you can order online. You could shop gas, your clothes downtown, whatever you could do on this one ID card. Because after all, it contains your estate. It's your wealth that's on the card, that's linked to the card as your dead entity. But that is another conversation. Hopefully we get that conversation soon with my family from Trinidad. But so this is what he's talking about.
That is in a nutshell.
That's it in a nutshell, family. Need not worry yourself anymore about stuff like this. Let me pause this. Here, hang on a second. Yeah, let me pause that there. Yeah, that's what's up, family. That's it. Own nothing and be happy. Crazy. Nah, this is not crazy, family. Miss Critchlow, it would be crazy if this was just a book we reading or a movie we watching. This is happening in real time. The banks can also rob by the MOF while you are sleeping. Alex, you was here when I was prepping. Well, let's go to the next slide, please. We ain't wasting no time tonight. I'm telling you, man, we going in full. We going in full, family. We going in full. We going in full. Now, wait a minute. Sorry. I really should probably be posting some of these links as well. But you know what? I'm not spoon feeding people, man. If you want to know, go seeking. Go seek. You're going to find. If you're not interested, that's all right. That's all right. Don't worry about it. Let's go back to sleep. You know what I mean? Let's go lie down. Go lie down. All right, family.
And if you notice, my country was the first where they made cash illegal. 2016, digitalization was forced in the country.
Okay, 2016, digitalization was forced on the country. It was forced on the country. It wasn't something the country wanted or voted for or decided, like republic status. Remember that? With the Maritime law and the Coast and Defense Force, which were originally pledged their loyalty to the Queen, now pledge their loyalty and submit to the new ruler of the Maritime Corporation known as Barbados. Okay. Well, here we have a situation where the digital ID has digital currency because you can shop online, which means it has digital currency because you're not going to go and put no money on it like a phone. Yo, let me top up my digital ID. Not to use Jamaican accent as a fun, but I'm just playing with it. So the point I want to make is that, no, you don't get to top it up with no money. It's digital currency. As far as where it comes from, they have not yet told you that part. So come out for your ID card. Come quick, come. You can buy online. You always want to purchase something online and you don't have a credit card. So now you could go on Amazon and shop. Just come. But they never told you where this currency coming from. They never said it. Not once. Never. Beware, family. Look, man, consider this a warning. This is not the caution anymore. This is the warning. If you buy into this thing, right? Man, look, listen to this. Listen to this clip, man. Let me pull it from the beginning. Let's listen to this one, man. I done talk.
And if you notice, my country was the first where they made cash illegal. 2016, digitalization was forced in the country. 8 o'clock in the evening announced midnight, cash was illegal, the big notes. And 70% of the economy crashed. This digitalization is now going all over the world, and there's a war on cash. They call it war on cash because cash is merely a medium of exchange. It has no value in itself. It's just a promise. You read the dollar note, it says, I promise to pay the bearer. When it's digital, even a credit card, you're giving rents to the global financial system. But when it's cryptocurrency in the hands of algorithms, in the hands of big tech, they will do what is happening in China. Create social credit system to decide a new caste system. And you might have also followed that while all this has been happening, the founder of the World Economic Forum did a book called The Great Reset on how to deal with the COVID crisis. And everything we're seeing unfold is part of that Great Reset. But an element of that Great Reset is you will own nothing. Now, I'm a believer in the commons. And it would be so good if all land was a commons, if all seed was a commons, if food was a commons, if health was a commons, so that we had strong public health systems, strong community health system, deep knowledge about being healthy. But when Carl Schwab says, you will own nothing, he's saying we'll own it all. That's why you have Gates, not just owning the seed, wanting to own our food. One, of course, controls the health, and now owning land. This, if ever there was a time for humanity to wake up, now is the time.
Now is the time. If there was ever a time for humanity to wake up, now is the time. Family, you heard us say that Gates owns the sea. Now he's going after the land. These folks are buying up places that it would not even think is possible. Trying to own places because they have the resources that they all made up, just for the record. It's an illusion. But the sea is maritime. Connect the dots, family. Connect the dots. Connect the dots. Connect the dots, family. I can't stress this enough. When they roll these ID cards out, and I repeat this, when they roll these ID cards out, do not go and acquire and trade your current card for this new card, because your card is still valid. It just doesn't serve the two purposes that they intended. Do not go and get that. That's all I'm gonna tell you, and I ain't gonna keep saying it. You know, share this particular podcast tonight or brief with a friend. If you don't share anything before, and again, you know what? I've come to the point where I realize that some folks are comfortable and they're okay with it. They see nothing wrong with it. We have always progressed as a society. But the problem is not every progress or direction of progress is in the interest of the whole. Now, why do I say that? Like she said, her country was the first country to do it. And the economy, wait, hold up. Y'all, let me just drop this again for those who wasn't paying attention, man. Because I know it is in class. Sometimes you might have looked at your phone. You might have looked, somebody call your name and you look back.
And if you notice,
listen,
my country was the first where they made cash illegal. 2016, digitalization was forced in the country. 8 o'clock in the evening announced midnight, cash was illegal, the big notes. And 70% of the economy crashed.
70%, hold on, of the economy crashed. Y'all heard what she said? Hold on, man. Man, there's a lot to take from this clip. I want you all to take this one part.
This digitalization is now going all over the world. There's a war on cash. They call it war on cash because cash is merely a medium of exchange. It has no value in itself. It's just a promise. You read the dollar note, it says, I promise to pay the bearer. When it's digital, even a credit card, you're giving rents to the global financial system.
Okay, hold on. Let me get it again.
2016, digitalization was forced in the country. 8 o'clock in the evening announced midnight, cash was illegal, the big notes. And 70% of the economy crashed.
Right, that's it right there. 70% of the economy crashed. 70%. 70% of the economy crashed. Y'all understand what that means? What does that translate to? I'm moving the camera. Just bear with me. 70% of the economy crashed. 70%. Yeah, all right. I know. Cash was made illegal and digitalization was forced on her country. Turmoil. That's the word I'm looking for. Turmoil. If 70% of Barbados economy crashed for a number of reasons, because these corner shops and these different places won't have the mechanisms plugged in place to deal with that. They won't. How much are they going to try? They're going to do the hotels, the restaurants, the chefettes, the KFCs, the what do you call it? The stakeholders. I want to have their stuff up and running. The brother that selling Fanta can't use a card. How you gonna swipe? How you can get the coins? Look, man. All you all in paying taxes gonna pay your taxes now. Everything coming out of your wallet, everything coming out of your digital ID. Because if you fail to do certain things, your ID will be suspended and you will not be allowed to buy or sell. Remember, the 7-day Adventists keep telling you about the end time prophecy. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not going off on no religion thing here because 7-day Adventists got half the story right. And the fact is the other half is incorrect. Facts. But we ain't debating that. The point I want to make is there's always truth in everything. And they've gotten that part correct. They've been teaching that for long as ever. I think Joe Witness kind of mentioned it too, but definitely 7-day Adventists and the end time prophecies. And I give thanks for all that knowledge growing up because as all those dots I connect, I realize, I was being prepared for this because I can connect all them dots and see it as clear as day. Because there will come a time where you cannot buy or sell unless you have what they call as the mark of the beast. But the mark of the beast isn't 666, although they try to push that. But we know better right now. See, that's some of the misinformation. Nevertheless, what that 666 represent was digitalization. That's really all it represents. Unless you have a digital ID or digital code embedded into you, then you can't buy and you can't sell. Reality. But like I said, though, it's one of them nights where we can go to just keep hitting it because I got so much to put in tonight that I got to get it in. I got to get it in. I got to get it in. So if the economy crashes because of this new platform, what is Barbados going to be dealing with? Turmoil, man. Turmoil, man. You know, a lot of folks going to hop on their private jets and fly out. A lot of folks can't fly out. But guess what? Get your pen and paper, family. I got more for you. Got more. I got more. Oh, this remind me of something, boy. Rasta man always. All right. So I'm just gonna let this sit here for a second though, or two. I just want this to soak in. Minute again, babe. Hold on. I don't want to be so close to this cat like that. Hold on, wait. Let me just flip it. Yeah, there you go.
In 2012, the bill.
Every time you wish to access a restricted space, all those things they talked about before about, you know, safe zones and stuff, all over just test runs. They tell you this information to get you kind of used to it. They put the information out, nothing happens, but it's in your mind. So that when it happens, it's like, oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I had heard that somewhere down the line. Blah, 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 blah.
Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation helped found the Better Than Cash Alliance to accelerate the transition from cash to digital payments globally.
To what does it say here? Hold on. To do what? Hold on. To accelerate the transition from cash to digital payments globally. To accelerate. Acceleration, family. This is not something that they're waiting on. They're looking to push this as fast as possible. And Barbados has been chosen to spearhead this whole thing because of, well, you know why. The first rule that we violated. The first rule in dealing with the devil is don't. And we apparently did. It is up to us now, the people of Barbados, to make that difference and not allow this to be successfully rolled out in Barbados. Therefore, it cannot be successfully rolled out throughout the region. We got to save the region, family. We got to look out for the family. All the brothers in Yarraman right next door, St. Lucia, Grenada, Dominica, Martinique, Guadeloupe, Haiti, the rest of the islands, Trinidad, Guyana, Belize is Caribbean, believe it or not. Get tight with it. Cuba, family, what we do here is going to make a difference, man.
Payments globally, process of switching the world over to a digital payment grid tied to biometric identity. The different parts of this population control grid fit together like pieces of a jigsaw puzzle, and everyone will have their biometric details recorded in nationally administered, globally integrated digital IDs. These digital identities will be tied to all of our actions and transactions, and if and when they are deemed illegal, they will simply be shut off by the government, where
they'll be shut off by the government.
Every transaction and every movement of every citizen is monitored, analyzed, and databased in real time. It is about control, a biometric identification system tied to a digital payments infrastructure that will be used to track, catalog, and control every movement, every transaction, and every interaction of every citizen is just now coming into view. Gavi, the vaccine.
All right. Okay. Can't make this stuff up, family. Can't make this stuff up. I'm going to let that sink in there for a minute, man. Give me some feed for it. Let me just check these comments real quick, see what people think. Give me your thoughts, family. What's your thoughts on this thing right here? Because I ain't done yet. You know, I got more to share. That's the funny thing. I got more to share. There's a whole different side of this coin. Let me see the chat first. I said I was going to do that. If it doesn't open people's eyes, nothing will. Family, like this is the warning. Welcome to the new Barbados here. And by the way, Barbados again, remember the Red Cross flag, the white and the Red Cross? The only thing blue, yellow, and black on that is that little piece in the top right left-hand corner, right? That's infringement. They've captured. That's their corporation. This is about the European nations. This is about Europe, specifically England. Don't get tired with it. This is all their doings. This is all their crimes. We must follow the script. Now, I agree with Gina, but I don't know which script you're reading from. I'm just saying, you know, I know the script we reading from. Fire moment. Shout out to all the family in Virgin Islands, man. Taki, I see you. Ignore the problem won't make them go. Problems won't make them go away. People you are watching, but you are not sharing. Miss Beckles, look, man, speak from beyond. Speak from beyond. They're not sharing because the truth is a lot of people are afraid. The problem is, if you're afraid now, imagine what you're going to be later. You go ahead and buy into that. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, man. This ain't what you think it is, man. Went offline to share. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to pause right here. Go share this, man. I'm going to pause. You ain't going to miss nothing. I'm going to pause just so you can go and share this. Go and share. People need to see this. Go share this in your WhatsApp groups. Go share it again. Share it again. This is crazy. I got one more to show, though. Well, maybe two. Let me see here. Yeah, I ain't going to put it on yet. Go ahead and share, man. Brother C went offline to share. The BBDLP are already crooks waiting until suckers rush to their COVID ID cash cards. Yeah, man. Yep. Vaccination does not ensure immunity. Them can't fool I and I. Rastafari. It's a fact. The vaccines don't guarantee nothing. I mean, we know this here by now. We know it all too well. I might have time to play that video tonight. Let me see if I have time to play it. I hope I have time to play it. I'm here looking for it as we speak. Not that one for sure. Is it here? Okay. Yeah, that's it there. That is it here. I want to send it. Yep, I got time to play it, man. Drop it in the chat real quick. Look, technology here. This thing is it's good and it's not so good. Like everything in life. Let me share this other one with you real quick, though, family, because it's the clock ticking. Tell a friend to tell a friend, family. Politically incorrect. We up and running. Cashless. We got to save the region, family. We have a new mission. I can't even say new because that perhaps was always our mission. Save the brothers and sisters, man. I don't want to play all of this, so I'm just going to play the first part of it. And let me go ahead and capture the link to put this in the comments. And when y'all listen to this very carefully, very carefully.
Somewhere in the near future, physical money will become like these, relics of a different age.
Yes.
And will only be found in places like this.
Only in places like this.
Cash
a museum.
Will disappear. It will become electronic, transferred by things like these. So what's the rush to get rid of cash? And what's the cost?
What's the rush to get rid of cash? And what is the cost? Right? What does a cashless future mean? Listen to this very carefully, family.
Let's face it, money is cumbersome for consumers and banks.
You need to mint the cash, you need to print the bills, you need to transport them in armored trucks, store it in secure vaults, and you need to sort it at the till as well.
Operating in cash costs countries about 0.5% of their GDP every year.
Money.
But cost isn't the only incentive to move towards a cashless future.
Demand is rising, primarily demand from young generations who are looking for fast, easy-to-use means of payments.
Digital payments aren't just easy, they're neat.
It becomes easier for governments to monitor tax evasion and fraud, so we will have less of that going on.
It becomes easier for governments to tax and monitor. They get to monitor everything you do because it is connected to your ID, which, by the way, the same ID is used, like the brother said, if you want to open a bank account, you want to travel, you want to do this and that. That ID is linked to all those. So when you connect your new digital ID to your bank account, you just open the information from your bank account, which is based on your digital ID, is connected to your digital ID. All right, family? Pay attention.
Having every single payment automatically recorded is efficient, but there's a downside.
But there is a downside. Now, what could possibly be, please, somebody tell me, what could possibly be, hold on, the downside, don't want to change this, the downside of cashless society. What's the possibility?
Let's assume, for example, that a country that used to be democratic, where people were not paying too much attention about safeguarding their privacy, becomes undemocratic and someone wants to control citizens more closely. They will try to infer from what you buy your political leanings, potentially. And generally speaking, just monitor what you're doing in ways that they shouldn't be doing.
The ballot boxes are kept locked and sealed
living in a democratic country doesn't mean you shouldn't be concerned.
They're also worried that private companies perhaps might use this data in ways that are not safe or that you might not like. And for a number of sectors, knowing what you do with your money is very important.
Electronic money trails can allow governments and private companies to access and harvest personal data.
Can access and harvest personal data. Man, look, man. When y'all get it, let me finish it up. Hold on.
But there's another threat that's worrying banks: cyber attacks.
It was a high-tech bank robbery. Capital One suffering a massive hack attack involving
100 million Capital One customers' accounts
had their personal information stolen.
In March 2019, Capital
Wow.
One Bank was hacked.
A sole hacker managed to steal away 106 million people's personal details.
106 million people personal details snatched up by hackers. I wonder what for.
In a matter of days. And that attack was noticed just a few months after. You can see that a lot of companies are not very well protected yet against such threats. Pretty much every day we hear of data breaches, cyber attacks that are successful. It's much harder to prevent an attack than to be on the hacker side, because you only need to succeed once as a hacker. Once upon a time, you would have two guys coming in. They would tell everyone to be on the floor. They would put the money in a bag and then run away with the money. And you would get insurance against that. You knew what the risk was. Nowadays, with cyber attacks, they can happen anytime. They can take any form, so it's very hard to insure against.
Still, many countries are fast moving towards a cashless society.
It's hard to insure against digital theft, but yet the country is rushing to it. Family, all I'm going to tell you, right, is that we got to see the big picture in this whole thing. We got to start connecting dots and realizing what's what. I mean, like I said, it's not even about preaching doom and gloom. Being aware means you can have a plan. Once you got a plan, you might have it's better than not having a plan. He who plans, create your plan and work your plan. He who fails to plan, plans to fail. That's how it goes. So if you ain't got a plan, then your plan is to fail, because you ain't got a plan. But if you know you have a plan, at least you have an opportunity to do something to make that difference. And at this point, we have to make a difference. Like he said, it's just in a nutshell. Well, put him in the nutshell, put him back in the nutshell, because he might be a nut. I mean, to sit there and even sell your whole country out again, you're dealing with a whole different breed of people. That's why I ain't got no, I don't see them the way people, I don't see them. I don't see them. I don't see them. You could sit there and literally, if you're that naive, you shouldn't even be in office. If you can't think for yourself and you governing people, you shouldn't even be in that position. But you in that position because you work for the corporation. So it's pretty much in a nutshell. He was reading what they told him. He has no knowledge of none of that. None. I hope you're watching, Mr. Minister. I hope you're watching, man. Yep, I hope you're watching. Let me see. This is the one. I ain't finished yet, though, family. I just want to drop real quick. Recently, there was an attack at the credit union with the cards online. You remember that? Last year, there was another one. There's another one here you see in Barbados today. Police are investigating an apparent scam in which undisclosed sum of money have disappeared from the central bank accounts of several customers. It's an undisclosed sum of money have disappeared. Let me tell you why they call it undisclosed sum of money. I shouldn't even probably tell you this, really, but I would tell you this. I'm going to reveal this stuff. Let me stop that one. Let me just, hold on. Let me share this link as well. Put this in the chat. For those who are interested in watching that in its entirety, go ahead and watch that. The link is up. Go ahead and stop. Let me put this out there, man. The reason why they say it's an undisclosed amount of money is because it's real simple. You think about it. The bank, right, makes money off of money. Of course, the bank knows how best to shuffle money. So somebody hacks the bank and steals X amount of money. Let's just say they took 100 million. Okay. Somebody first comes in and sees it, like, wait, oh shoot, was something wrong here? Look, $100 million missing, it get moved to this account, and now it gone with the bank, transfer to some offshore someplace where you can't trace. Wow. Now the bank now has an opportunity to fix that. Call the police, report it, look, X amount, so be it. The reason why the bank almost never discloses, even to the police, is because what the bank will do at this point, or what some banks would do, let me put it that way, is they themselves are going to help themselves to a chunk of the money. You know, the guys might took 100, they might have took, let's say they took $1 million. The bank would say, well, shuck, look, we transfer 100 million. Or, you know, yeah. So two things going to happen here. When they report the amount of money that was stolen, I mean, these guys can get the blame. You know, that's why they always ask him, where the rest of the money? The poor guy is like, well, wait, why you don't know what happened? But you see, the trick is now, if they were people that was involved in this and the news come out that they took 100 million, well, the guys that got $1 million, that split $1 million equally or whatever, gonna ask questions, but wait a minute, big man, the bank took 100 million, get carried away. I only get X amount with the rest of my money. So it creates problems between the people. Anyhow, another life. The point I want to make, though, family, right, is that nothing is what it appears to be. Nothing. I mean, this is by no means a laughing matter. This thing here, like I said, this is nothing new. I mean, me personally, and most of the people I know, and probably most of you that's on this platform, but there are people who don't have a clue about what we're talking about. I mean, we've been preaching this for decades. It's been going on for a minute. The microchip, the book I mentioned to y'all, Behold the Pale Horse. I put that out a couple of weeks, months back. Since last year, we talked about it. I've been telling y'all about this microchip, cashless society. You can't buy and sell unless you got the mark. Come on, family. You know, everything is happening for a reason. You know, speaking of reason, let me just push in the clutch real quick here and switch gears on something else that's very important to me personally, because I've been pushing this for a while. What time is it? What much time you got left? Okay, I see you. All right, here's the deal, family. Women, mothers, families, fathers, breast milk. Right now, that's the biggest topic right now in Barbados. Well, not Barbados, because I mean it's all over the world. But I hear a lot of people talk about, you know, the breast milk, the scarce of breast milk, blah 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 blah. And I'm thinking, so what? That's a good thing. I mean, because for the most part, a lot of those formulas that we buy in the supermarket contain chemicals. If you go read the ingredients and those, the breast milks, whatever the ones, the brands they have, I don't remember all of them, so I don't want to call them wrong. But if you read the ingredients, a lot of them contain things, especially soya, which is no good for babies, especially if it's a boy child. Soya is an estrogen. If the child is a boy child developing, and you give him steroids and you give him estrogen. Estrogen as a hormone in a male child, what do you think going to happen? I'm just saying. So we see society becoming very, different, alternate society. And it's a lot of these alternate individuals who are going to comply with all this is going on because they're being conditioned to do so. All, especially though, and that's a fact. You can look at it and see it's the system. It's how they've had it designed. So mothers are now being warned against baby formulas substitutes amid shortage. Now, when they say substitutes, they're talking about breast milk and breastfeeding. The Child Nutrition Foundation is urging mothers not to resort to homemade substitutes or other measures that could harm their babies amid a local shortage in specific brands of formula. The part I want to focus on is homemade. Wait a minute, hang on. Homemade substitutes is what I want to focus on, family. Did y'all know, right, that the base ingredient in almost all of these formulas is barley? Did y'all know that? Barley is the base, full stop. And then they add a bunch of other stuff. My point is, wait a minute. Why can't a mother who was buying formula simply go and buy the barley, mix it with some water or some milk if you prefer, preferably not. But if you have no choice, you prefer the milk, whatever. Mix it with some water. If you like, you could take the oats or use another natural grain, blend it in the blender till it turns to powder, which it makes a flour, add it to it a little bit, and feed that to the child. Why not? Our grandparents wasn't raised on the formula, and they did a very good job at raising most of them, well, their children. So why encourage mother not to do homemade? Why not teach them which homemade ones to use? You know why? Because they got a long-term plan coming out to provide a particular formula. I'm sure they already have it in the island because Bill and Melinda Gates, again, are already in the island. I mean, come on. Let's not act like we don't know what's going on. But family, listen, if you got people who have children, if you are pregnant, you have a daughter, your granddaughter, whoever, start going online and look up natural formulas. Look it up. Barley is the base ingredient in almost all of those quick instant formulas. It's barley. So simply buy barley. You can boil the barley or you get the powder form. Choice is yours. You can buy the barley and powder form, mix it with cold water. I think it dissolves better in cold water than hot water. It clumps up in hot water. But then you can also use a fork to sift it so it would mix in better, not a spoon. The fork is a little better. And yes, I have experience. And also, here's the best part. You can boil the actual barley. If you got the barley, you're cooking rice, boil it till it forms that gel-like stuff. Like I say, you can mix it with some water. You can mix it with some milk. If you want to use milk, if you have to. If not, you can mix your almond milk, which I would probably recommend not, because I don't really like the almonds. But there's other forms you could use to make milk. Other things. You could use a little coconut milk, a little thing, but go look it up online, family. Don't let these cats fool you. If you could give your child cow's milk, you give your child coconut milk. Don't believe that crap. But again, don't listen to Emmanuel. Go look it up. Do your research. Go do your research. Do not sit back home and depend on these people to teach you what I'm telling you, because they ain't going to teach you. They warning mothers. Look at this. I mean, like, for real. They warning mothers to stay away from homemade substitutes. So used to use the chemicals in the supermarkets, which gone up, by the way, in price, or the new ones they plan to bring in to feed your child. Estrogen. Feed your boy or child estrogen, and when your child acting funny, yeah, he said it, you won't question and wonder what's going on. Come on, man. Come on, man. Goat milk is easily digested. All right, well, goat's milk is being recommended here. I never did like goat milk, personally speaking. For some reason, I wasn't the goat's milk fella, but breast milk. Oh, yeah, by the way, I'm sorry. Pardon me. Let me say this. You don't really need a formula, you already got a natural one. And I forgot to mention that initially. Let me just go back here. Let me apologize for that as a man, because the truth is I was so focused on the homemade substitutes, because some women do have problems breastfeeding at the time. And men, this is where you come in handy. You might got to, get the breast used to being sucked on to produce milk. I don't believe I just said that, though, but I just said that, right? Oh, man, like, please, man, don't inbox me, man. Whatever. Anyhow, family, my point is, women, you have breasts. Your breasts, like Solomon said, is like grapes, man. Y'all ever had some sweet grapes, man? Y'all ever had sweet grapes, man? Like, for real. I know the women say, I want my breasts to sag or nothing. Look, man, that's all about training. You got to learn how to do that without having the repercussions. Talk to your other sisters. There's a little links online and stuff, how to avoid that by just knowing how to nurse, whether standing up or lying down. There's different techniques, different things that actually contribute to reducing the sagging of the breast. But again, I ain't going to get too deep into that, because next thing look like I'm a specialist. But anyhow, family, go look into that. Breast milk is the best milk. Plus, it builds a bond between mother and child that can't be broken. These formulas create these emotional-less beings, man. I don't know. It does something different, family. Totally different, man. But like I said, get into that. We're dropping a lot tonight, family. I want to keep it moving. I don't want to give up on it, but get into that. Yeah, these infant formulas, avoid the formulas as best you can. What you can avoid, please avoid. Please avoid. Please avoid. You can get around that, get around that. Breast milk all day. You can't breast milk is real. Youth serum. Of course is the best. And the thing is, the female breast, right, has sensors in it. So when the child is breastfeeding, the sensors pick up the saliva. Check this out, family. The DNA in the saliva of the child carries a message through the breast glands, to the sensors, to the mother's brain, to tell her how nourishing her milk is to the child and what deficiency the child has. In order, then what she does is she goes back in her breast milk lab and starts a new batch, including a new set of different vitamins and minerals that the child is lacking and produce that milk so that that child gets the balance it needs. This is deep. I told you I was a specialist. Call me a scientist, man. But on a real family, breast milk, you mean as best you can. Don't let these cats fool you, man. Don't let them fool you. Men like breasts regardless. You think they perky or sagging. I mean, I just said that too. This is going too far. I'm off this. I'd like to take a commercial break right about now. I can't believe I said that. But yeah, breast is good. Breast is beautiful. Breast is good. They say sucking breast stop breast cancer. I don't know if that's, I heard that. You can look into it. The breast formula has children disconnected from their mothers. I agree. But the sensory glands in a mother's breast, family, when I think about this, I say to myself, yo, this is crazy though. I mean, we men take the breast some men take the breast so for granted. But the breast has sensory gland that detect the deficiency in the child when it's breastfeeding and goes into the lab and produce the necessary components to ensure that when that child breastfeed in the future, it gets what it needs. What? Wake up, family. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. I ain't finished yet. What time is it? Okay. Real quick. Two things I want to share. The last one, I'll save this for last. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. Yeah, let me go to this one first. I'm gonna play two clips real quick. I want you all to listen carefully to these two clips and tell me if you spot the difference. One is about 2 minutes, I think one is 1 minute. But listen carefully and tell me if you spot the difference. Let me first cue them up because I just want to make sure I have it queued up. No, that is definitely the one I'm looking for. Oh, this one. Yeah, this the one. Got it covered. Just making sure. Y'all laughing at me, man. Hold on. Let me see. Breastfeeding is best whenever possible. I agree. All right, family. Y'all making fun of me and my breast comments. I'm not making any more comments about the breasts. All right, check this out, family. You can't listen, like I said, I want to create a segment called You Can't Make This Stuff Up. I got to figure out how I'm going to do it. Just that segment for a night. Maybe I'll spend, maybe I'll do like 2 or 3 features. You can't make this stuff up. This is the other one for the night. You can't make this stuff up. Check this out.
After a crash in Montour County, all monkeys...
Hang on. Let me go back from the beginning.
24 hours after a crash in Montour County, all monkeys have been accounted for. We have the details on the search and the end to the monkey saga. It's our top story here on Newswatch 16 at 11.
Listen to this.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Newswatch 16 at 11. I'm Stacey Lang. We're going to begin with new information on the bizarre crash in Montour County that had state and federal agencies searching for escaped monkeys. Those monkeys have since been found, and officials tell us they were euthanized. Newswatch 16's Amanda Eustace has the latest.
3 monkeys that have been lost along the interstate in Montour County are all accounted for, all of them now dead. A public health risk assessment was conducted by several organizations, including the CDC. They confirmed the escaped monkeys were humanely euthanized. The monkeys escaped after a truck carrying about 100 of them collided with a dump truck Friday afternoon along Route 54 just off Interstate 80 near Danville.
We're rural Pennsylvania. We hear about like cows getting out and, pigs and trucks like that, wrecking, but monkeys, not, it's not a common everyday thing.
According to a CDC spokesperson, the monkeys were en route to a CDC-approved quarantine facility after landing Friday morning in New York. They are originally from Mauritius, a country in Eastern Africa. The crash happened around 3:30 Friday afternoon. That's when the 3 monkeys got free in the Danville area. Police say the driver who was transporting the monkeys was charged in the crash. Originally, state police told us 4 monkeys were on the loose. And as of Saturday afternoon, some people were still worried.
Let me pause here for a second. I got to plug this. They said 4 monkeys, right? 4. Okay. Going back in.
Little monkeys. We got bears. We have coyotes. We have deer, all the time. A little 3-pound monkey doesn't scare me, but why are they so concerned about it is what concerns me.
Friday night, Newswatch 16 spoke with Michelle Fallon of Danville, who saw the entire accident. She jumped into action, helping both drivers and the loads they were carrying.
I walk up back on the hill, and this guy tells me, he goes, "Oh, he's hauling cats." I'm like, "Oh." So I go over to look in the crate, and there's this green cloth over it. So I peel it back, I stick my finger in there and go, "Kitty, kitty," and it pops it up, and it's a monkey.
Fallon was contacted Saturday by the CDC and was told to monitor herself for any cold-like symptoms. She shared the letter from the CDC with Newswatch 16. It reads in part that the surviving monkeys will be quarantined and will be monitored for infectious diseases for at least 31 days before their release. Amanda Eustace, Newswatch 16, Montour County.
Okay.
3 of them.
Okay. But that was the first one. Let me just real quick. That was the first one. This is the second clip I'm going to play here. I already got it queued up. That one was the first one. Y'all were paying attention? This is the same station, same news station. This is hours a little later. 4 monkeys escaped. CDC, everybody's searching for these monkeys. Nobody's saying nothing. But they, a whole bunch of monkeys, over 100, I think it was. But they said 4 got away. And eventually they're euthanized, which means that they killed them basically in a human, well, I suppose a human way or humanly way. I don't really understand what that means. They didn't smash them over the head with a club. Pardon me, family. I don't know what that means, but it means humanely. Sorry, they were killed humanely. I'm not sure what that means though. Maybe they stroke their head to death. I don't know. Pat them. I don't know. Anyhow, 4 monkeys, they said, right? This is the same station hours later. Listen to this one carefully as well, family. You can't make this stuff up. Listen carefully to this particular one.
3 of the monkeys that escaped Friday night after a crash in Montour County were euthanized.
Federal officials confirmed that information, but that raised even more questions. Newswatch 16 Stacey Lang
More
lays out
questions.
new information from the CDC regarding the decision to have the monkeys put down.
It was a Friday rush hour fender bender many of us won't soon forget. A truck hauling 100 monkeys collided with a dump truck outside Danville, and 3 of the monkeys got out. That set off an hours-long monkey hunt in the woods that included state troopers, the State Department of Health, and officials from the Centers for Disease Control. The CDC later confirmed that the 3 monkeys were humanely euthanized when they...
Hold on a second. What did she just say? Did she just say 3 monkeys? Because I'm sure they told us 4 earlier. I mean, if you got 100 monkeys and you check and 4 missing, now you're saying that 3 of the monkeys. So 1 monkey still missing? But hold on. Wait, there's more. The CDC is now saying that these monkeys had to be euthanized. Why? Because the monkeys are a threat to health, human health. In what way? Let's go back a bit.
Hunt in the woods that included state troopers, the State Department of Health, and officials from the Centers for Disease Control. The CDC later confirmed that the 3 monkeys were humanely euthanized when they were found. Many of you wondered why.
A little 3-pound monkey doesn't scare me, but why are they so concerned about it is what concerns me.
Here's what the CDC tells us now about the monkeys. They're a breed called macaques, and they arrived in the U.S. last week from Mauritius, a country in Eastern Africa. They were being taken from New York City to a CDC-approved quarantine facility. We do not know where the surviving monkeys will go after they're quarantined. The 3 that escaped posed a health risk to the public, CDC officials told us today. Macaques can pass deadly viruses to humans. So the state police, the State Department of Health, and the CDC decided together that it was best to euthanize the animals. Newswatch 16 did speak to a woman who came in contact with some of the other monkeys right after the crash. She says the CDC asked her to watch out for cold symptoms. We checked in with her today and she hasn't had any. The driver transporting the monkeys received a ticket from state police and continued on his way. Stacey Lang, Newswatch 16, Montour County.
Okay. So the monkeys are a threat. According to them, the monkeys are a threat. Let me just go ahead and cue this in place first. So the monkeys are a threat. Let me go back here. This looks like a good place to stop. I don't know. All right. So basically, family, the monkeys are a threat. So the monkeys are a threat, and it can cause, flu-like stuff and all kinds of stuff. My thing is this, though. 3 more. So what the other? So there's still a monkey missing. Y'all better stop monkeying around here. I'm telling you, this is crazy, family. They got these monkeys that got all these different. And why did the CDC decide that those 3 specifically was a threat that could carry deadly diseases? So they had to kill them. But yet they're going to monitor the other remaining monkeys, and then they're going to release them after a few days. So all these monkeys were fine, but the ones that got away, ironically, can carry deadly diseases. And apparently the CDC, after they caught them, rather than put them back with the others that they plan to just watch and release, decided to kill these 3 humanly, euthanize them, because they carry deadly diseases. Man, make this make sense, man. Make this make sense. Make this make sense, family. This thing right here is a whole different conversation. Anyhow, and our last, absolute last one for the night, though, only for the night. And I should have brought this on earlier, but I missed the tab. See, I missed the tab. Maybe it's best for last. You can't make this stuff up, man. You can't make this up. Apparently, a couple visiting Barbados have this to say on Travel Advisor. This is a well-known website for people traveling, and especially all kinds of people, some kind of people, special kind of people. But here we have a topic about Barbados being brought up. Thieves, do not use your credit card in Barbados. Why? Apparently, this couple here who stayed at the Mango Bay in Barbados was completely scared today when they checked the husband's credit card statement online. It appears someone either from Executive Car Rental or Roundhouse Restaurant. Not even sure what it is. The only places we use our credit cards. Decided it would be fun to book a couple's flight each on Air Jamaica and Liat Air. The total was $1,400 worth of tickets. I don't know, family. It says shame on you. It is crazy. Apparently, somebody used their cards and whatever, but they got this on the travel advisory site. That's the only problem, but I see 1-2 people in the comments try to, do a little damage control and tell them why not just, ban those places that you were rather than actually, blast the whole of Barbados and say you ain't coming back. Well, I don't know. I don't know if that was going to work, but I don't know. But anyhow, the people saw behind the whole thing, boy. I wonder if this hypothetically, this whole credit card, ID card business is really going to be a problem, because every look around now is a digital this, digital that, fraud here, fraud there, and it's still Barbados already corrupt as it is. And the truth and the fact is, man, can't make this stuff up. Cannot make this stuff up. So Barbados is a small island with a little bit of accountability, family. You buy into this ID stuff, you want to take what comes with it. and there's no untaking it either. That's the other thing. There's not going to be any undoing of the doings. None. The people saw enough, man, and they ain't talking about no limes. Imagine you go check your card and you find out that these people then book tickets, the airline tickets. So you would think that they can trap the people. These credit cards don't trap nobody because they already know they make money off this stuff. They make money off it. So they may trap them, they may not trap them. I don't know. But that's how that goes, man. That's how the game goes, man. So unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Yes, Alex, the monkeypox. Yes, the monkeys. CDC went and killed the monkeys. And that was actually from January. I think that clip was from January or something like that. It wasn't sometime recent. It wasn't sometime recent. I don't even know the date on that one. Let me see if I can find the date. I think that was what was that? January. Yeah, that's January this year, family. That newscast was originally from January the 24th and 25th. Yeah, 24th and 25th. Yeah, January the 24th and the 25th. So when you traveling and you have your cards and stuff, family, apparently in Barbados, I don't know if it only applies to tourists or it applies to other people too. You have your credit card. When you travel in an effort not to be completely soured by whatever's going on and be vexed, be mindful of your card and where you use it, and keep a memory, keep a track, and check often, I suppose, to make sure that you have not been also a victim of what appears to be a growing trend. It may not just be on the tourists, it may be on anybody who not suspecting, right, family? So you gotta pay attention. Definitely gotta pay attention, unless you want to end up just as soured. I don't study COVID or the monkeypox. Jacqueline, I always you, man, fully. But I don't mean these cats in experimenting, though. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Anyhow, family, that's all the news for tonight. Updates. Remember, the card is in a nutshell, just in a nutshell. Nobody fooled you. This is all an evil plan. Don't get tired with it. Different people. You're dealing with different people, man. They're not the same. Gates is who's supplying the seeds and the livestock to multiply in Guyana. I can even go a little step further, Elder. When these cards ID come out and you need to get food and money and stuff, and they controlling it, you ain't got no choice but to do what they tell you. The thing is, how long are we gonna keep playing that we don't see what's going on? We see what's going on. How long are we gonna keep pretending we ain't got a clue? How long, family? How long, family? Let's get this organized. Let's make this thing happen. And, and I did say I was going to bring an update on the GIS situation. And like I said, I still have not gotten confirmation from that information last week regarding the young lady who would have had the altercation. But what I did manage to do was have some conversations with some staff, some current staff, a few staff members right now, and I mean a few, have shown an interest in speaking their truth on the platform. So we're going to have to get that device out. And where is it? We had it here. The one that changes the voice. Shout out to Jackie on that. We're going to have to get that plugged in now officially on this platform because it's a little more advanced. It wasn't working on the old system at all. She's faithful, but she wasn't up to time. But and we're going to disguise some voices, and let's see if we get some of these staff members to speak about the things that they don't want you to know, because the reality is this probably want to be one of the biggest cover-ups in Barbados history. For real. Outside of the boys in the band. All right, family. This is happening everywhere. Yes, indeed. What is also happening everywhere are that people are waking. People are becoming conscious of what's going on. That's also what's happening. But they don't want you to know that part, family. But trust when I tell you, we are here. And like the scripture said, we are many. This guy playing with this thing here. You gotta stop that. No, you don't. No, you don't. We are here and we are many. Greater are those with us, family, than are those with them. Remember that. Remember that. Having said that, I'm gonna drop my tune here, man. I'm gonna drop this tune here, man. It's only right. This one right here, man. Again, this, y'all know who this for, man. Y'all know who this is for, man. This is for y'all, man. This is for you and you and you and you. It's for you and you and you and you. Prime Servant, got a tune for you.
Man, now watch no face beg no more pardon.
Ain't begging.
Enough drugs money they a cherry garden. Enough individual society applauding. You can ask anybody where them get them started. But enough politician take a donation. Enough criminal will never see a station.
Enough of them.
Never see a cell, not even a courthouse. Well, every Sunday we see them taking
the boat out.
North Coast Resort and car
dealership.
The construction company, them just don't legit.
Jeez.
Usually wash the money, turn it round and hide it.
Usually wash the money and hide it.
Delighted. So, police cancel operation. Cause no real bad man now go station. Now if you check the situation.
Blood money run the nation. Family, they're trying to sell up the people, man.
Jamaica,
look in Barbados.
Injustice in the place now.
Legal gambling is the perfect way, man. Let's go watch the money, man. Go watch the money, man.
Was about to buy a next 60 now. Maybe then I never have to be a prisoner.
Real thing.
No, maybe then I never have to turn in firearm. Police couldn't come remand, come me let me run an army. Hey. I want to be a politician too. Maybe then I couldn't make any decision. Look, maybe then I make 100 million disappear. Then me act like me not care what you vote me back in there.
Yes. See you, Phil. Shalom, shalom.
In a Jamaica, say your status and your salary. Man, they road that everyone no leap a felony, but them have a family, a boost up the economy. So me say cancel operation.
Cause real bad negotiation.
Now if you check the situation, a blood money running nation.
Matthew, I see you.
Looking at Jamaica, injustice in the place now. If what you see not really faze you, then your body is out of many butter. One set of people feeling it. How that real society not agree to this. Things are revealed, the garbage, the machine spit. No smoke screen, no river, and no conceal it. Now the system failing. And we are get wiser. A matter of time before a total divide, yeah. And you cross the line.
Total divide.
To remind you if you believe on crime. Crime will have to find you. That's how it's been always. But not frustrated like it do to me. How much dead baby they over Jubilee? How much youths did 10 when them running natively?
Cheese on bread.
Now them 16 hard fried head fricassee. So
police cancel operation. Cause no real bad man a go station. And when you check the situation, the politicians, blood money run the nation, family.
Take a look in Jamaica.
All that is necessary for evil to flourish.
In the place now,
all that is necessary for evil to strive.
Then you what the
all that
problem
is necessary for evil to continually grow.
Cancel operation.
As good people do nothing.
Deadly now go on no station. No be to check the situation. And hey, I bet I dear running nation.
Child.
Come take a look.
Take a look in Barbados, St. Lucia, St. Vincent,
in the place
Haiti, Trinidad, Guyana, Dominica.
Then you what the problem what we face.
If you see what's going on and it don't face you, you're part of the problem. If what you see going on don't faze you, you're part of the problem. Enough talk. The weak suffer what they must. Welcome to the new Barbados family. I want to do something a little different. tonight before you go. What is it? What time is it? 1:50. All right. Let me say this, family. It has become more and more challenging for me, really, to sit here and try to be cordial and just express myself in a manner that people not offended. Because I watch podcasts, people yelling and screaming and that kind of stuff. I was always soft-spoken, really. I try to convey things in a different kind of manner. Not that my demeanor doesn't indicate a level of urgency. However, I believe in action, man. We could talk, but you see, even Noah stopped talking at one point. I mean, at some point, it just be time to put that work in. I want everybody to just sit back and reflect on what's going on, what's happening, and be aware. And you share with your people, and you keep sharing, but also realize that a lot of people comfortable just the way things are, man. And them, they prefer to be governed than to govern themselves. So you got to accept that at some point. And like the scripture said in the New Testament, according to what is written there, the Paul letters, man, dust off your feet and keep moving. Don't watch the face. Don't watch the face. Just dust your feet off and keep moving. You see what he's saying? So sometimes you gotta go in a whole different realm. Yeah, so then you gotta go in a whole different realm. That was happening, man. You can't take everybody with you. So be prepared to accept that. Everybody can go, man. Get into your breathing, your meditation. Realize that your thoughts create the reality. Don't let these people distract you with a bunch of fear and negative energy. Because it's all energy, just negative or positive. Make sure you know to balance yourself consciously. So you gotta know yourself. So know yourself, take time for yourself, and don't buy into the fake narratives that you cause to happen in and around you. Take charge, right, family? Take charge. And having said that, we talked about meditation and stuff, and at some point we're gonna get into this thing, man. Like I said, we're gonna just focus entirely on the solutions and what's happening. So let's do that and keep moving forward. Having said that, I share this vibration with you all but once. And let that resonate. So shall it be. So let the words of our mouth and the meditation of our heart finally be acceptable in thy sight. You see what I'm saying? So just take time for yourself in these days, family. You see everything changing rapidly. And it's easy to get caught up. It's easy. Hold firm. Keep to yourself on a level of consciousness and just share that positive vibes right through. Remember, regardless of what you do outwardly, it gotta first start inwardly. Get to know yourself, get into yourself, and then pour from that position of love, respect. Haile Selassie I, Empress Rizia Menin. One perfect balance, family. Balance yourself. And that's the long and short. It's balance yourself. Remember that. It's easy to, get caught up, get vexed, do all that. Yeah, let me, that time may very well come. But until then, plan, have a strategy. Wars are won by strategy and not emotions. Rastafari. Oh, speaking of Rastafari, I got real quick before I go. Wait, hold up. Before I go, I watched a video earlier online. Wait, hold up. I gotta say this. I got to say this. I cannot not say this. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Hold on. Of course I can find it quick. Click that. Right here. What's this guy's name? Jubinsky. What is Rastafari? I went to Jamaica to find out. It's on Facebook. Let me tell you something. Jubinsky I don't know who sent this white boy here. I don't know who sent this white boy here, right? Like, for real. But this is what you talk about, family. The amount of things coming out to misdirect you on a whole different level is so amazing. It's not even funny. I might show you what I want come Wednesday. I might. Depends. But this is what I'm trying to show you, family. Imagine, white boy went to Jamaica to find out what Rasta is, man. And he didn't even mention what Rastafari is. Boy, this is still fighting Rasta. You could be anything worried about Rasta. I wonder why. What Rasta do them, right? You know Rasta do them. Never bow. Y'all have a beautiful night, family. Much, much love. Remember to breastfeed, sisters, mothers. Breastfeed. The best milk is the breast. If you can, for other reasons, the men help out fathers. Be there for your families right through. And also, barley is the base ingredient in all formulas. You don't need to buy it. Just buy some barley, boil it, or mix it. Emmanuel Sasso. Y'all have a blessed and lovely night. And we gonna link up again in a couple nights. Yeah, we out, family.